In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Evolution Wireless Digital Portable Lavalier mic set from Sennheiser, or you could just call it EWDP for short. This unit was sent to me for free by the amazing folks over at Sennheiser, and this video is sponsored by them, which is great because I have depended extensively on Sennheiser's wireless products over the course of my career, and I couldn't be happier to be talking about this on my channel. So, let's dive right into it. The unit is meant to be an all-in-one system for broadcasts, ENG, and video recordings. On this side of the box, you can see the whole family of products that work with the receiver, including the DP835 handheld mic and the DP-ENG with the clip-on mic. Now, this particular set comes with the DP-ME2 lavalier microphone, and I can tell you that because on this side, we get all of the information for the specific wireless set that they sent me. I want to call your attention to probably the most important information on this side, and that's the frequency range of the unit. Every single one of these units comes in 3 different frequency ranges: Q1 through 6, R1 through 6, and R4 through 9. If you're ever purchasing a transmitter and receiver separately, you need to make sure that the frequency ranges match, otherwise they won't work with each other. When I first opened the box, I was happy to see how small and lightweight the receiver was in person. I feel like right here it looks pretty big, but this is pretty small. The bottom comes with a magnetic plate offering you a multitude of mounting options to your gear. This magnetic bottom can also be used as a way to stack more than one unit on top of each other. Here's the 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter TRS coiled cable, and it is threaded, so you don't have to worry about it accidentally coming out of your unit. It also comes with a 3.5 millimeter to XLR male connector. There's a rechargeable battery. I'll talk about that in a little bit. A USB-C to USB-C cable, mounting hardware. Here's the wireless transmitter, minimal amount of buttons to press. The box does come with a pair of AA batteries to put in there. And finally, the ME2 mic clip and lav mic. Everything that you've heard so far is coming directly from this microphone and unit that I've been talking about, mounted right here on my button-down shirt. Here's the microphone. It is a tad bit windy out here, so you might hear that pick up. And I'm in middle of the city, so you could get some more reference as to what this sounds like. So as I understand it, the analog to digital conversion is happening on the transmitter. When the signal is getting sent to the receiver, it's no longer analog like previous versions or those G-series Sennheiser packs. This one is all ones and zeros going from the transmitter to the receiver. Because of that, you can control the gain of the transmitter from the receiver or the Smart Assist app. No longer do you have to approach the talent, ask them to like unvelcro their back, get into their transmitter, turn down and turn up. No, you can leave the pack wherever it is and control the volume from the receiver or the Smart Assist app. All right, so now I'm going to do a distance test. Just gonna walk out from the camera as far as I can, and my mom is behind the camera. I'm gonna give her a call here. Call Mom. And she's going to indicate to me as to when we get out of range. Now I'm just gonna count my steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the pack was outside my pocket. It's about 50 steps away that it sounds like it was cutting out. I am curious to see though, if I do another frequency, search the area, if that will produce better results. Okay, so this is a new test. I did a new auto scan of the frequency to find if there was a better frequency, and we're gonna see if we can beat our previous record. Let me call my mom, who is really just right there. Call Mom. Starting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 50, and you're still hearing me A-okay, which just goes to show you that the signal is the best if you do an auto scan before you start recordings. 8, 9, 10, 100. So this is double the distance of our previous recording where I did not do an auto scan. You probably can't even like see me that well on the camera. All right, so 150, and obviously there's wind here, but wow, look at the difference. So here I'm at 150 paces away, whereas before it was only 50 paces. So again, just to prove to you to do a scan of your frequencies before you start recording if you want the best results. A couple notes on monitoring the signal. First of all, I've been using the Sennheiser HD 300 Pros to monitor my signal. Love the closed earphone so I can hear all the nuances. You can plug these directly into the receiver, and then obviously you can monitor from the camera. So right now I have this plugged into the camera so I can hear what's going on. But one of the big things that I've noticed with this system so far with all of my use is I haven't had any distortion, pops, or frequency blips, or any white noise, that kind of that comes in with wireless systems. So when I did my distance test, anytime I got too far away from the unit, the audio signal would just go blank. It'd just be silent instead of a big blip or any of that kind of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 50 steps away. So from my experience, it's done a great job of cutting out the signal to silence if the signal isn't good, as opposed to having a big blip of distortion before the signal goes out or just having a bunch of interference. Another thing that really stood out to me is how fast you're able to, one, auto scan for frequencies in your area, as well as sync between the two units. Before, you used to have to kind of hold them together to sync them, and there was some menus that you would have to go through. That process wasn't that tough to begin with, but Sennheiser has made it even more efficient and faster. I don't know how they did it. Now, the auto scan for frequencies is blazing fast, and I don't know if that has to do with the area that I'm in, but I remember being on set or on different productions and hitting auto scan on my old G-Series units, and it would take a little bit of time. I mean, it wouldn't take too long, but it would still take some time, and it's nothing compared to how fast it auto scans for frequencies on this receiver. Another way that you can sync and scan between devices is via their Smart Assist app. This allows you to connect via Bluetooth to both the receiver and the transmitter and monitor all of your different parameters from the app. You can change the gain, you can mute, you can unmute, you can also turn off the mute button on the transmitter if you wanted to do that, just in case an actor or actress accidentally bumps the mute button. You don't have to worry about that. Here's a neat feature I just discovered. When you power the unit on, look at this, it turns on the receiver. When I power the unit off, look, it powers off the receiver automatically. There's no setting that I did right here. It just did it because this is connected in to my microphone out. I haven't seen that in a piece of gear like this before. And even in recording this video, I have gotten accustomed to this workflow to a point where I'm not even thinking about the unit turning on. That saves so much battery in the long run. Now, the transmitter doesn't turn on and off, but that gets me to another point, the battery life on this thing. With full batteries, the transmitter will last 12 hours and the receiver will last 7 hours. So you can power the unit via USB-C, the BA battery, AA batteries, and if you take out the batteries while the receiver is plugged into USB-C, the unit will still work, which is amazing. When you're looking at the receiver, when you have one of Sennheiser's rechargeable batteries in there, it will tell you how many hours and minutes are left on the battery. And if you're using AA batteries in either the receiver or the transmitter, then it will give you a percentage of what's left. I love the fact that these are interchangeable. That way, even if you run out of juice on those BA70 batteries, you have the option of putting AA batteries inside either of these units. To conclude, I would say if you're looking for a simple, efficient wireless setup and you're a content creator, you're in electronic news gathering, or ENG for short, or any type of video production where you mount the receiver on top of your camera or somewhere around your camera, then I would look no further than the Evolution Wireless Digital Portable Lavalier Mic Set by Sennheiser. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you again so much to Sennheiser for sending this unit over. I'll put links to it in the description below. And until next time, my name is Javier Mercedes, and I hope you're out there living a life of abundance.